Hello guys. Now I was editing the last some of the last vlogs. Right now I just showing them a little bit later that there actually happens in my life, and I want to share with you one. So right now I have interesting moment. It's like in this evening I have decided to continue my researches on safety. My researches connected based on Bible UA. It's like one Adventist, but it's Christian Bible school online. I'm the teacher of, but I'm only studying of being, but in the contact of. And here it's like the revealing, it's a searching and studying and etc etc the book of the first book of the Bible. What is the name of? I literally forgot. I remember it in Russian, in Ukrainian, and I forgot how it will be in English. Oh my. Okay. Genesis. So, or Genesis, I'm not pretty sure about this one. And here we are studying about Abraham right now by 𝚂𝚒𝚋𝚕𝚎. I know him personally. And it's like not personal study, just Bible online study. You can open up in each time you want to and just, enjoy of the process of studying, etc etc etc. So here we are studying about the testament or something like it's like the testament. I'm pretty sure about all this word in English because the study it's in Russian. I don't have very big quantity of experiences in Bible study in English. I'm working on this for right now, but this one in Russian. And here, so I will translate a little bit. So it's like about the testaments of Abraham, and he had 3 of them. First one, it was like perfect. I mean the best of, because it was based off the meaning of it was that Abraham will be saved. And the next one, as the first one, it was in the chapter Genesis 15. The next one, it was because Abraham he has stopped to deal with God. He has cancelled this testament, this government, this agreement. I don't know how to say correctly, I forgot. And from this time, from the chapter number 17, starts to being another government, testament, I don't know, it's another deal. And it tells about, it's not about the savement, it's not about being saved and being under the grace of the Lord. It's more about being in safe place when somebody can push you. So this government, this testament helps to avoid the punishments. And it wasn't perfect also. And this deal, when has stopped to exist in chapter number 15, it was stopped because, if I have understood correctly, because Abraham has stopped to trust the Lord, the same as his wife Sarah has done. They have stopped to trust God about having the new son. Not the new, just the son. And Abraham has started to make his deal by himself. He has decided to make the son. He has decided to do it with Sarah. I mean, they have decided to do it together, and it was more like the idea of Sarah. Abraham has decided to have the son from the another woman, from the another girl. It's so gross and crazy. I had this story. It's so painful, but the point is in another. Sarah and Abraham has stopped to trust the Lord. When God has told them that He will provide the son for them, but Sarah was not able to born a child at all because she was too old. And they has laughed at God about His idea to give them a son. They have stopped to believe in the God's promise, and it's very important. It's very important moment. Trust in the Lord is very, very important. And when He says about me something that is going to be real, it means that it will be realized in the reality. God can change my reality. God can change me. God can change my situation. God can change my country, my spouse, my family, my circle of communication. God can change everything, but He will realize the promises given by Him. And as a rule, as you could notice, God's promises is only about something good and great. And yes, they could be realized too late for my personal on my personal thinking, but it will be realized. It will be realized not when I wait on and not when I think that I have enough for having it, because Sarah hasn't had even the physical opportunity to make it, to born the child, but it has started to. And the point is, so in the next after 2 chapters, in the chapter number 17, God has recreated the testament with Abraham, but as already said, it was like it saves from the punishment without without the blessings enough. And the first testament and the next one, if I already have got correctly, in the first testament, based on chapter number 15, maybe it will be better if I would read it to you. But I don't know, I can just retell a little bit. So about it says that the next one testament, it was greater because the blessings, the testament, there were more, but as already had the minus of it. The low point was that it hasn't given the save. Through it they couldn't be saved. They just could be saved from the punishment, but they couldn't be saved. And here's about this New Testament, that Abraham will be the father of the many nations, and that he will be very fruitful, that kings will be from him, that he will be in very great position. The land he works for it now, it will be in his not power, it will be his like forever, and that God will be his God. in the Genesis 17, 20, 21, before it was in the beginning of the chapter, from the 4 to the 8. It's about Ismail also. In this moment, God has realized what He has promised. They has received another son. For right now, they have had 2 sons. Before it, from Agar, it was his woman that has helped to Abraham and Sarah to have the son, and later they have received another son by Sarah. The point is, in the next testament, the blessings also were for for the second son also, but in the first testament, the blessings were only for the first son. What the point, finally, what I wanted to say, God gives everything for the good. Only look for this, for this line of what has happened. For the start, person cheated on God. Person stops to believe and trust the Lord, but God's whatever blesses. In this first testament, it was that God will punish really serious for the canceling the testament. God has realized, but He has shown His grace. God is so good. And even the last, they have received 2 sons. God has promised 1 for the start. I mean, God is so good. I mean, His promises are really realizing, and even more, even greater than it could be. And even people, even when I don't listen, God, He realizes my wishes, He realizes and He creates my life even better. And no matter, even when I don't listen, God, He forgets about what has happened, what God has recreated, and He has totally restored the testament that was in the beginning, the first one, and even plus some addings. Yes, it was only when Abraham and Sarah and I, only when I start to trust God one more time, when I see God's blessings one more time, when I see how good God is, and when I stop to making my sins, when I stop to helping God, and when I stop to covering my sins, when I stop covering my low moments, when I stop covering oh, I'm not enough, or oh God, I can, it's not so, oh yes, I know that I should do it, I know that, oh Christians should do it, or normal Christians, or Christians that should respect themselves should do it, but I can't, God, it's too hard. Before I can for right now I can't. I don't know what's going on. No, this stuff doesn't work with God. He whatever He will bless, and He will realize His promises in my life, and it will be even better than He tells it for right now. And even I don't trust in this, and He will realize even it better. It's so crazy, and God is so graceful, because even when I laugh as a future, God tells me it will be realized, because for right now it doesn't look like, oh God, this, but for right now I'm here. But the moment is, God is so good and He is so powerful that He can make this just for one day, when it's doing this one for many years. This is the power of the Lord, and this is how He works, and I don't know what's going to be later, but He can. And yes, love you. Tschüss.